The Detroit Auto Show is a great place to check out cars that are especially for the American market, which we usually don't see back in Germany. For example, the Ram 1500 pickup truck. This here is the all-new 2019 version of this truck. Of course, I'm not an expert on pickup trucks, not in the slightest. So we're going to take an interview with one of the product specialists in a minute. But before that, how about you and I just walk around and see what's what? The truck is so large, I don't even need to kneel down to talk about the front design. First of all, the lights are, of course, you have LED daytime running lights, as well as the projector lamps inside. Really large. The entire front is also very large and straight, very vertical in terms of design. Smooth lines over here, but a lot of muscular haunches all along the top of the hood. The grille itself is very large with a large Ram badge right in the center. Down here we have sensors for the driver assistance parking systems, as well as a camera over here. And there's also a dam, an air dam, which is in the bottom of the truck, which deploys as a chin spoiler to help the aerodynamic efficiency of this truck. There's a whole host of modern features which we will learn about soon enough. Just look at the size of this truck. It's enormous. First things first, let's start with the wheels. 22-inch wheels. I mean, just mammoth in proportions to the rest of the cars that we generally see. But as we go further down the side, it is a very neat design, I think. There's just one curve and one design element that runs all along the side of the cab. Not much else down here. A little bit more contouring, a large Ram badge. Of course, the retractable step, which you really need in order to climb inside. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Large doors. I mean, look at the size of that. Very tall, very large. But the interior also, I can promise you already, is enormous. As we go down to the side, now you will see that the cab ends here. And now we have the loading area, the bed of the truck, which right now has this covering to protect what's inside. But of course, it's a very large area to load a lot of utility and a lot of materials. And you can see by the amount of gap that you have between the wheel arches and the tire itself that this is a very high-riding vehicle. It is off-road capable as well. The rear taillights are vertical, and a section of this in the middle has been blacked out. Looks really menacing. Since it matches with the rest of the black bodywork, I think it looks really cool. Of course, right here you have the large tailgate with a reversing camera and the Ram logo over here. Very large as usual. The tailgate drops down, and as you can see, you can take a look at the loading area, the flatbed of the truck, coated with a special abrasive material to prevent it from getting damaged. Of course, right now it has these covers which are clamped. You can remove them like that. And of course, I have to undo all of the other clamps to remove the whole piece, but I don't feel like doing it right now. But you get the idea. It's really awesome. Let's climb inside the truck. The front door is really large. Materials are also very nice, actually. All the materials are really plush on the top. They have some soft Alcantara type material, some interesting inlays as well. It's only down here where you have more harder plastic, but that's totally livable. You have a handle and a step to help you get inside. Okay. Wow. First impressions, I feel like a midget. I feel like a little child. It's so large. I mean, I can't even reach the other side of the door, the other side of the passenger door rather. The steering wheel, in comparison with the interior, isn't excessively large. I think it's a decent size. The grip is pretty nice. It's not as hefty, again, which doesn't really translate the personality of the truck, but you have a lot of useful features and navigation menus, buttons to navigate in the menu, call, pick up and call, hang up, and buttons over here to set your cruise control, adaptive cruise control, and things like that. No paddle shifters. Oh, I take that back. There are paddle shifters. Little buttons on the right and side. They're not really paddle shifters. They're just buttons over here. And let me try to get into my driving position. Yeah, this is about it. The seating position is really tall. I can also tell you that, well, the seats, first of all, have a lot of adjustments. You can adjust the base, the back, lumbar support. All of these settings are electronic. But even though I'm sitting, I would say, fairly high, it's really hard to see over the hood. If you guys check out on the top over there, you have that black cladding, that plastic that comes on the power dome of the truck. It's really tall, and it kind of obstructs your view a little bit. And, well, I guess you have to be sitting even higher if you don't want that to be obstructive. But, yes, you have analog tachometer and an analog speedometer and a large screen in the middle. And the gear lever is missing because you have a rotary dial here to select between the gears, as well as four-wheel drive automatic, two-wheel drive, and you have four-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive low. There are a lot of storage spaces here in the Ram 1500. For example, you have a split glove box. They're felt lined and they're really nicely damped, as you can see. So it's good to see these little bits of quality in the truck. Materials here are also pretty soft and plush, although the fit and finish might not be up to standards and some of the other cars that we tend to see. But overall, it's really nice. You have a place to keep your phone or some other loose change or keys up here, and a 12-volt DC power socket up top. Down here, you have beverage holders, a large tray down over here, and if you push this button, you can move it away, and you have a colossal large loading area which goes in all the way back as well. And some more up front over here. You have a 115-volt AC power socket over here to plug in any kind of appliance, a inductive charging port for your phone, USB sockets, auxiliary, all of those things up here. This is a rubber-like material as well, so pretty cool. And a ginormous armrest with the Ram logo, which if you open, you have another USB port over here, felt-lined tray, and you can even lift this up as well. Here we have a different color. This is black, but let's check out the back seat. First of all, look at the size of this door. It's like a house door. It's enormous, very rectangular. It swings out almost 90 degrees, so getting inside is very easy. Also, thanks to this retractable step which comes out. I mean, the door already has so much of storage. You have one pocket down here, another one down here with a beverage holder. And there's a lot of cubby holes inside the back as well. Door pouches, of course, but you can lift the seat altogether and you have more space to stow away things over here if you want. But anyway, let's hop inside. Or should I say, climb inside. And, well, just look at this. It's enormous. I can fit another person inside. There's so much of legroom, so much of headroom. Really vast. The big panoramic sunroof also makes this seem very spacious, apart from the fact that it already is. And there's a little lever down here. Where is it? There we go. Check this out. That's right. You can recline and slide the seat forward. And now you have like a lounge in here. It's so much more comfortable to go on long distances. Again, thanks to the coilover suspension rather than the leaf springs. All around on all four wheels and the air suspension, the Ram 1500 also rides much more smoother. There is no transmission tunnel. It's a ladder frame with the body on top, so completely flat floor bed. plenty of space to keep your feet, so easily 3 large adults can sit inside. If you don't want to have 3 adults, you can also flip the middle seat down and you have this enormous armrest with a cubby hole and some cup holders. I mean, just look at the size of this armrest. You can fit 2 people easily on the sides. Apart from that, there's plenty of USB chargers, the new one as well as the regular one. Over here, seat heaters for the outside seats, another regular 115 volt power socket, air conditioning vents, more beverage holders. I mean, it's really incredible. I think modern day trucks like this, as well as the Silverado that we saw earlier, are just redefining what a pickup truck is. It's not only just a heavy duty truck to do work, but you can also have so much of luxury and comfort and sporty handling as well. I am here with Jim Morrison, great name by the way. He's the Vice President for Ram in North America. Thank you so much for being with us. He's going to talk to us and take us through this all-new 2019 Dodge Ram 1500. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. So what's
just
new?
Ram. We're taking the Dodge out of it, so it's just Ram.
Fantastic. So what's new about this version? What are the highlights of the features? Walk us through the whole process.
Well, the new 2019 Ram 1500 is all new from the ground up. It's a no-compromise truck. It's changing the way people think about pickup trucks with respect to power and efficiency, with respect to innovation and luxury. So this new truck has it all and no compromise.
Mm-hmm. So I understand there's a lot of new aerodynamic features such as the deployable air dam, air suspension which lowers the truck to make it more streamlined, things like that, including the grille which can block itself off. So tell me more about this.
Well, we wanted to make sure that the truck is more powerful first, and then it delivers better fuel economy for our customers. Mm-hmm. The truck customers want both. Mm-hmm. And we were able to do that with the new 2019 Ram with employing great technology. So we have 3 new engines in this truck, as well as great active aerodynamic features like you just talked about. So the grille has active aero shutters. We have a spoiler that deploys, and we even have a air suspension that lowers at speed to help with the aerodynamics of the overall truck. You combine that with our e-torque technology. It's basically a mild hybrid system that we've added to the truck for additional assists. So for example, the Hemi V8 in this truck has 395 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque, but we supplement that with a 48-volt battery and an electric motor that actually applies 130 more torque to the system, which really makes the truck feel good and you have lots of performance and acceleration. In fact, it's that engine that's made it up with our max tow package that can tow 12,750 pounds. So incredible power behind that technology. But that's just part of the story. The rest of it is on the inside with the technology. And we can go over and take a look if you want.
Yeah, definitely. But before we get into the inside, maybe can you talk to us about what's new in terms of design? Has Ram made a drastic shift, or is it still something that you guys are sticking to? It's just a facelift.
Well, it's brand new from the bottom up. All new sheet metal, all new frame, really cool. I got to show you the frame over here because all the technology in the frame is unbelievable. But the signature grille is now moved to an RAM look. We've maintained the big rig styling that Ram is noted for, and it's a very stand-up, rugged and aggressive look, complemented by both this Limited and of course the Rebel here behind us. But we've made it a lot more sophisticated here for 2019 and smoothed it out to give it better aerodynamics as well. Right, so this is a look at the all-new 2019 frame. And trucks are all about hard work and durability, and this is the strongest frame we've ever done. It's got 98% high-strength steel. You can see the different levels of high-strength steel. Advanced high-strength steel in green, high-strength steel in blue, and then the conventional steel, which you don't see a whole lot of, is in gray. There's even some pieces of ultra high-strength steel, which are in orange, that you can see how the engineers have designed this frame to be stronger than ever. It's also safer than ever. If you take a look at the front of the frame, you see these splayed rails. So not often or not always, when when you're in a collision, does all of the truck hit the object. So if it happens to be an offset, the customer is well protected here with these new splayed rails that we have on the front of the truck to really help improve the overall safety of the truck. It also has incredible brakes. It's got the biggest brakes in the segment. You can see there, almost 14-inch brakes, and then you can see the e-torque technology added to this Hemi on the front of the engine that adds in the extra power and fuel efficiency. Some of the other things that are just really cool to talk about with the truck, you can see this blue piece which is right behind the wheel. It's a safety blocker. So we put that on both sides of the truck, so that if you're in an accident, it keeps the wheel from entering into the cab and protects your legs. Another really cool technology is this vehicle has multiple displacement technology, fuel saver technology, which shuts the cylinders down to 3 cylinders when they're not in use. And we wanted to do that more with this new Ram to get better fuel economy. And to offset the vibration that has, we put this anti-vibration canister here on the frame, so that you don't feel the vibration in the engine in the cab. So some great technology. It just works at the exact opposite frequency that the engine runs, and really helps with the overall vibration and quietness in the cab. This new Ram 1500 has the quietest cab in the industry. We do that with the same thing with active noise cancellation as well in the cab, and lots of insulation. Really quieted the truck down because we've got an incredible sound system too that I got to show you. So let's go over there and look at the sound system.
Sounds fantastic. Let's hop inside. This car is huge. I mean, this cab is enormous, and to think that this is about just half the truck, the rest is in the bed in the back. So what else do we have inside here? I see a very large touchscreen and some digital instruments.
Yes, there's a lot of luxury and technology wrapped into this truck. This is the limited trim, so top of the line for the new Ram 1500. A ton of real wood and real leather. Surround view. We got a dual pane sunroof. Lots of light to let in to this great new center console for an active environment. But everybody's talking about this new screen. It's the first time anybody's put a 12-inch screen in a truck, and it's real user-friendly technology. Let me show you a little bit about it. So it's a 12-inch screen. You can see you can run. This is the radio, for example. You can run the radio off of the screen, or you can use the redundant controls on the side or the knobs, or you can turn it into a 2-screen system where you can do the same thing. You can run, the radio on the front. You can run the navigation or travel link from below, or you can turn it into a full-screen nav system. And with the turn-by-turn system, 3D nav. It's incredible. What I like most about it is you can run Apple CarPlay. You can run it on the bottom, and then you can run the radio or nav system with Sirius Travel on the top, so you can see where the traffic is, and you can still have Siri, talking you through your day and answering emails or texts. You can see all that down below, so you don't have to choose between the application. You can run whichever application you want. So it's great. Of course, it's a very user-friendly environment. So there's 5 USBs, the Type C, the fast chargers available in here. You can automatically charge your phone. I gave away my phone, but you can put it there, it automatically charges. Lots of cool technology in the new Ram.
Wow. I mean, I think I could probably sit inside as well. It's that large.
Yes. There's lots of storage. We've put real wood to cover it up if you want to keep your storage safe, or you can work it and use all the different cubbies. We have 110 liters of storage space in this truck, hidden from under the rear, under your feet in the rear. There's storage behind the seats. There's lots of storage, protective storage in the cab here in the new Ram. This is kind of 2 times the competition for interior storage.
Fantastic. Wow. I'm really getting educated about the modern day pickup truck. It's kind of an all-in-one. It can go off-road, it can tow. It's very luxurious on the inside, lots of space, lots of technology. It is fantastic. But I have a feeling that it's going to be very expensive. Is it? How much does this car cost?
We haven't announced pricing yet, but I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised. And this technology is now going to be available for a lot of people that, were buying two vehicles. One was their sports sedan that they were driving in the weekdays, and they had their trucks parked in the yard for weekend use. And now what we're finding is those customers want that level of technology in their trucks. There's no compromise in this truck. The ride and handling is unbelievable. With our coil suspension front and rear, we're the only ones that do that. It's got incredible car-like ride, so you can drive your truck every day and just use one vehicle, but at the same time we're giving the customers all the technology and all the luxury that they want. This vehicle has a 19-speaker, 900-watt sound system. Wow. It is just unbelievable when you take a look at the overall sound system is incredible for sure. So let's see if we can get Sirius to work here. This also has Sirius 360. Which is a new platform for us. Basically, it's Sirius on demand. So you can run different categories of music if you want with this platform. You can pick the different musics. It will also start learning what you're listening to and serve you examples in order to give you offerings of different things to pull up for on demand on the Sirius XM radio system.
Fantastic. I'm just going to turn this off really quick so you can hear me better. A couple last questions before I let you go. In terms of drivetrain, you said there's a mild hybrid system. Yes. Now, what are the other engine options available? I know Americans like their big V8s, and Ram and Dodge, it's all about the Hemi, the hemispherical combustion chambers. But apart from that, is there some other electrification that you guys are working on at the same time? Or is there a more eco-friendly engine or some compressed natural gas engines, diesel engines, anything of that sort?
We do have our eco diesel that will be available next year on this new Ram 1500. Of course, we've got on our heavy duty trucks we have a CNG option, as well as the Cummins turbo diesels on the heavy duty trucks.
Well, fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Jim. It's a very impressive truck, and hopefully one day I get to come and drive it.
Yes.
The Ram 1500 is an impressive truck. I know that Americans are very culturally inclined towards pickup trucks, but now the modern day pickup trucks such as this have a whole host of safety features, comfort, suspension improvements to make them more capable on road. They also have a lot of space, a lot of luxury, and packed with technology. And if you don't go crazy with the options list, they're fairly affordable as well. I, for one, really find these kind of trucks very charming. I wish I can drive one someday very soon, and then we can bring you guys our full coverage of that. Let's hope for that, but till next time, I'll see you guys later.